Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue with our failing Vancouver Canucks all the way up until year 5, okay? We got the year 4 draft, year 4 re-sign, year 4 free agency ahead of us, but I don't see us spending too much time on that, other than maybe some trades that we do in the offseason, but I may not make those trades in the offseason just because we're not going to get the bang for our buck back, you know? When it comes to trading away guys like Dan Hamhuis and Ryan Kessler, I got to re-sign them this year, so I can't exactly trade them away at the draft right here, which would make it a lot easier. So guys like Kessler, I got to re-sign. Hamhuis, I got to re-sign. Tanev, I want to re-sign. Nathan Gerbe, you guys were saying this guy is definitely somebody that we could trade away, but he's also somebody who's going to stay good for another 2 years at least. Okay, so not necessarily someone that we have to unload right now. McCallum, we're gonna have to re-sign. Cassian, we're gonna have to re-sign. Mackey, we're going forward with. Booth, we could trade away. We can definitely trade away David Booth. Okay, Weiss, we can hold on to. Bo Bennett, we're holding on to. Falk, we got to re-sign. Peverly, re-sign. All right, Hansen, we can hold on to. All right, so basically, some of the players that we can trade away at the draft include Booth, and for the most part, you guys were saying that I have to go after that Renas power forward, okay? So you guys want a fantastic Finn line with Mackey, Tarky, and Renas? Yeah, we can do that. Now, for the most part, I was reading your comments, and you guys were saying that this Anthony Mantha guy, who's our power forward that we drafted the first year, he's still only 65 overall. He's 21 years old, and if we're getting a power forward in Renas right now who looks like he's already better than Mantha, if I need somebody to trade up, then it could be Anthony Mantha, just because we're trading for a power forward. Yeah, we're giving up a 4.5-star player, but he's only 65 overall. He is 2 or 3 years away from being NHL ready, but still, if we need an asset to trade, Anthony Mantha is definitely something that we can use, okay? So yeah, I can use David Booth, I can use Mantha, and there's a few other players I can use as well, okay? So yeah, we're good. We're good to go. Now, we got to figure out where Renas is going to be in the draft. Hang on 1 second. All right, so this Joey Glee guy looks like he's going number 1. Now, it could change, right? So, to get... I might as well just go after the number 1, because if I'm going after number 2, I'm pretty sure that's the same trading value, you know what I mean? Renas, yeah, so he's going number 2 here, but there is a goalie. Hang on, let's see how good the goalie is. The goalie is 4.5 stars, so he could drop as low as, let's see, he could drop as low as fourth overall, but he could also go as high as 2, maybe even 1. So to be certain, I would definitely need to get number 2. Maybe even number 1 if it's if they're willing to give it away. All right, so Tuukka Renas, yeah, we're going to have to go after this player. So let's start the draft up, and let's see what we can do here, okay? Definitely going to try and get this player for you guys. We got to get a fantastic Finn line, give the Vancouver Canuck faithful something to cheer about here in Vancouver, because it's been absolutely horrible. So we get the Anaheim Ducks, who got the first overall pick, the New Jersey Devils with number 2. Yeah, and then we're not going to even worry about number 3 or 4. We need one or 2. So we'll go after New Jersey first, okay? So the New Jersey Devils. Let's see if we can get their second overall pick. And we have some telephones that we can make it work, so it's good. So New Jersey. All right, so they don't want to give up their second overall pick. So if Anaheim wants to give up their first overall pick, then I'll just take Anaheim. It'll be a lot easier. Ooh, they don't want to give up their first either. Who's number 3? Hang on, maybe we can steal Renas at number 3. And if somebody else drafts him, then we can just trade for him in free agency. Ooh, number 3 is taken as well. All right, we'll just go for New Jersey's number 2. They're not going to want to give it up. So it's going to have to be a lot that we're giving back here. But, all right, we'll give up the 18th. Yeah, that makes sense. Cousineau and Windsor can't trade either of them just because of the trade values. I mean, the contract lengths. All right, so they want Mantha. I think that has to be done. If we're going to get Renas back, we're going to have to give up Mantha, okay? So that's just, I'm fine with that. So a first in Mantha, all right? Yeah, that still won't go through. That's not even close to going through. They're going to need a lot more. Edler, Jones, Mackey, Pulock, Tanev, Reinhart, Murphy. Well, he's got no years left anyway, so I can't trade him. Tarky, Weiss, Peckham, Ulrich, yep, Carlson, Jensen, Subban, Hosang. Hosang was somebody else I could trade as well, but just because I don't think his overall, yeah, he's a playmaker. This is the guy that we traded for with the Luongo deal when we got we got him and a first-round pick for the next year. I forget who we got. I think we got Tarky with that. Right, so it ended up not being that bad. But a right-wing playmaker, it's not a bad player to wait for, but he's a good, 5 years away from being better. You know, he's going to get better when he's 25, 26. That doesn't fit into our plan, and you know what? I'm willing to give him up, okay? So, Ho-Sang, Mantha, and a first. Now, they're not willing to do that. They're probably going to... this trade might be pretty hard to make go through. Just because I'm going to have to get some players back to fill up. Yeah, and they don't want to take any players. They don't want to give away any players, and they don't want to give up this second overall pick. So I'm going to have to give up something big for this. Yep. All right, let's see what else we have here to give away. Go all the way down here. Got to keep all these guys. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can give up one of these other prospects that we have. I'm pretty sure they're all like 3.5 star or 4 star. Yeah, Jensen's 4 star. Tarkey's 4 star. Weiss is playing. Ulrich, Carlson, Peckham, Jensen. All right, Jensen is sniper 3 star. Okay, 2 star, 2 star, 2 star. So Peckham, Ulrich, and Carlson. Let's see you. One of these guys we don't need. Ulrich, 2-way forward, discipline 70. He is 62 overall. All right, so hang on. Ulrich. Oh man, I wish it stayed where you had it. Carlson, I think, was a center sniper. I don't think we need a sniper anymore. 6'5", 219, 21 years old, 25th overall pick. He wouldn't be a bad third line sniper, maybe in the future, but we already have enough snipers now. With Jensen and Tarkey, you know, we have all these different snipers that we have. Let me just see the last guy. Ulrich, Carlson, Peckham, was he a 2-way forward as well? I think so. Yeah, 2-way forward. 69 overall for discipline, though. You know what? I'll give up this Darren Peckham guy. I won't use a 2-way forward who's got 69 for discipline. All right, my third and fourth liners got to have better discipline than that, unless you're like a power forward or a grinder or a fighter. So I'll give up Peckham. Yeah. All right, where are you? Peckham. I'm going to have to get another player going back this way. Let's see. Okay, so let's just see how this works out right now. Remember, they don't want to give up these players, so even though the trade value is all the way down there, it still will have something in it, right? Now, they don't want to give it the second, which is almost halfway, and they don't want to give it up. So that's a lot more than it looks like, okay? That is not that much trade value. That is decent, I guess. I mean, you definitely have these two guys covered in that. And then Ho-Sang and Peckham, that won't go through. I know you guys are already saying that's overextending. I guarantee you that will not go through. I'm not even going to try. I'm going to have to add something else to it. You know what? I normally don't like doing this, but you guys said that we want that, what's it called? That Renas guy. I'm going to need something like this to make it go through. Just to show, you know what? Just to show you guys, I'll just add a second, and I'm pretty sure that this won't go through, but we'll just check it out, okay? So, the second overall pick for the 18th overall pick, Mantha, Ho-Sang, Peckham in a second, all right, in 2021. I know you guys are already saying, holy shit, that's way too much. I guarantee you it won't go through. Well, I might bite myself in the ass when I say that, but I'm pretty sure it won't go through. Let's see. Yeah, see? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they'd want Anthony Mantha, but it's just the fact that the second overall pick is just so much value to it when they don't want to give it up, all right? So I know what I'm doing here, boys. I'm going to have to give up that first overall pick. All right, I know it's a lot, but you guys said that you want this Renas guy, so, you know, we're just going to have to do it. And I know what you guys are saying, oh, trade for him afterwards. That's going against the rules. Remember, I won't be able to make that trade unless they want to give him up, or I'd have to wait to the trade deadline, right? And I wouldn't have to this 18th overall pick to trade up for it. So I can't just wait to the offseason to trade for him. Because if they don't want to give him up, I can't trade for him, and I don't want to wait all the way to the draft deadline. I want to draft this player. I want him to be an old school, not an old school, but eventually become an old school Vancouver Canuck because he was drafted here. All right, so hang on a second. Let me get him back. Anthony Mantha, Peckham. Who was the other guy that I put down there? Ulrich. No. Ho-Sang, that was it. There you go. Let me get those two players back. Oak and Pulasic. All right, there you go. And now I'm going to have to add that first overall pick all the way down there. I know it's a lot, but you know what? Whatever. We can deal with it. We have enough young prospects on this team now. And in 5 years, I can get the first overall pick back. It's not a problem. So, the second overall pick for 2 first-round picks, Peckham, Mantha, and Ho-Sang. All right, they're getting pretty good value here with these two first-round picks. A 2-way forward, a power forward, and a playmaker forward, all right? All younger than the age of 21. So, they're getting a lot back for this. And if this doesn't go through, I mean, it should go through, but I could see it not going through. This is going to be interesting. Let's see. The second overall pick for that handful of players. Will it go through? No, still not. I told you guys. This is ridiculous. Sometimes, man, the trade values in this game are way too much, all right? So I still couldn't get New Jersey's second overall pick with all that. Holy moly. So let's try it one more time. You know what it is also, I think, that may be hurting it? The fact that I'm getting those two other players back from their team that they don't want to give up. I know they're players that are like no trade value whatsoever, but still, the fact that they don't want to give them up really hurts it. So I'm going to just try something here. Hang on. Let me try and just give up my first, my second, and you know what? I'll give up Mantha because his was actually not horrible. Yeah, Mantha's was pretty good. All right. So there you go. Very nice. So the first, yeah, the second, we may have been able to pick up 3.5-star player, but that's about it. All right. So 2 firsts, a second, Mantha. They're only giving up 1 player now. Hang on, let me just take a look at this. I'm going to have to add that second from that year all the way down there as well. I'm not giving up 2 first-round picks for him. I'll wait to the the trade deadline for next year. All right, I'm not going to give up all those picks for him. That's way too much. But this is as much as I'm going to go, okay? 2 seconds, 2 firsts, and Anthony Mantha for a for the second overall pick. Watch him go first overall. If he goes first overall after this, I'll be pissed. I'll be freaking pissed, all right? Will it go through? There, okay, it finally went through. On behalf of the New Jersey Devils organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. They're acting like that was a hard trade to go through. You kidding me? Jesus, you got your end? God damn, man. All right, now hopefully the first overall pick is not Renas. Hopefully there it is. All right, so Glede went to the Anaheim Ducks. All right, let's see where we could have. Yeah, he was going to go second overall. If anything, third overall, because you can't really tell with the goalies, okay? So he definitely would have gone second overall. So it was good that we went for that pick. So Tuukka Renas, get on the Vancouver Canucks. This guy's a beast. 6'6", 249. No one's going to be able to friggin' run him over, man. Renas, get on my team. Get on the team. There you go. Simpson went third, and the goalie went fourth. So he would have gone second, all right? So Renas would have gone second. So I needed that second overall pick. So auto draft. So let's check out Glede. Let's check out, I want to check out that Glede guy on Anaheim. See how good he was. All right. But yeah, I'm glad that we didn't wait until the trade deadline to trade for him. I know you guys are saying it was an overextension. It absolutely was, okay? But at the end of the day, you guys wanted it, and when you get the chance to round out your first line of the future with all fantastic Finns, I mean, that's something you just got to do. We got Tarky, we got Renas, and we got Mackey, all on the same line, hopefully. They may even be ready this year. We're not going to know. They'll definitely be ready for the AHL team. I know Mackey's going to be ready. Renas and Tarky may be at best third-line scorers by now. At best. Actually, I think Tarky may not be there yet. I can't remember. So let's check it out. Yeah, we got enough time. Yeah, we'll do the re-sign stage in this video, and then we'll leave it at free agency, okay? So, goaltenders. We got Clint Windsor, Cousineau, and Desjardins. All right, so this was the good news about Clint Windsor. He's still got 4 more years to get better, and the fact that he's, 4.5 stars still, like, you know he's going to get better, but he's only 83 overall, which is good, so we can sign him long-term, hopefully, right now, instead of him being, like, 88 overall and having a contract year. So let's see. Does he want real money? You see what I mean? He only wants $1.3 million, and we know how good he was at certain points of the year, you know? So let's see. If I jack up the price, oh, my God, I can get Clint Windsor for 8 years at 1.6. All right? So he may be a goalie who only stays around 84, 85, 86 overall, but still, to nab him up nice and early for 1.5 mil, hell yeah, man. So I'm going to grab it. You know what? I'll grab him for 1.6 mil for 8 years. All right, Clint Windsor. That is a steal. That is an absolute steal. Now, that could also be bad news. He may only get to like a cap off at 86 overall, but still, it's good enough for our team. And if he turns into a backup goalie or a secondary goalie, I mean, that's horrible. That's worst case scenario. He played great for us last year at being an 83 overall, so I'm expecting good things. But at least at 1.6 million, you can easily trade Clint Windsor if you have to, okay? But I'm still expecting him to be our franchise goalie. Cousineau, should probably re-sign him just for a backup. Yeah, I'll re-sign this guy just for a backup. 1 year, 1.5. And Cedric Desjardins, we got to re-sign this guy for sure. 1 year at 0.6. There you go. All right. Defenseman, we got Edler, Hamuse. All right, so the guys that I want to trade, I'm going to sign to, 3 years. That's fine because that's the cheapest I could sign him to. All right. 3-year deal at 4.85. Or 4.85. There you go. That should be easily tradable for Dan Hamuse, all right, in the offseason. McCalloch, same thing, 2 or 3 years. I'll give you 3 years as well at 4.75. You were a bit lower. All right, those will be movable contracts for sure. Tanev, I want him semi-long term. Unless, well, never mind. I'm only going to sign him 2 years just because his deal goes way too high up when that happens. So 4.65 for 2 years for Tanev. There you go. Falk I want back. I'll give Falk a 2-year deal. Yeah, that's fine. 2.75. All right. Fistrick. Do I want Fistrick back? 1, 2. How good was his defensive stats? I don't know. Should I just keep him for a top 6 defenseman? Discipline 75. He's a good body checker, good defense. Yeah, I'll keep him for a depth defenseman in case I need him. I have plenty of salary cap, so I'll be fine. And I will have plenty of salary cap when I trade away a bunch of these players. So there you go, Fistrick. Get on my team. Jocelyn, I'm going to release Jocelyn. 74 overall. Don't need him. Murphy, might as well re-sign him. I don't think I'm going to use Murphy, but tradable asset. Young prospect. There you go. Pulock, 69, he's got to get better. Seth Jones, he's got to get better. All right, and all these young kids have got to get better. Yeah, Zach Cassian, now, he's 83 overall. He's going to want some big boy money now, isn't he? Yeah, he does. All right, you know what? I'll give you 2 years because in 2 years he'll be 27, and he would have hit his max potential. We'll know how good of a player he's going to be, so I'll give him a new contract when I know how good he is going to cap off at. 4.6 for 2 years. There you go, Cassian. You've earned it. LaRose, it's 34 years old. I think I can drop off LaRose now. You know what, LaRose, he's still pretty good. Was he plus player? -4. How much can I sign him for? Hang on. He's a good injury player if injuries happen. Yeah, I'll sign him. I got plenty of salary cap. 1.65. When we get to free agency and I can trade away Kessler and Hamuse and all those players, I'll have plenty of salary cap. Sedin, Druin, Gerby, and Gerby as well I can trade away. Cambietz, yeah, I got to sign this guy. All right. 2 years. That's fine. There you go. 0.625. Dynamite, yeah, I'll sign Dynamite just to get a tough guy on the team. There you go. Go down here. Oki, don't need you. I traded you for the New Jersey pick. Renas, all right, so he's only 62 overall, okay? I think the fact, well, he's 62 overall, but he's got mid-70s and low 70s everywhere. I think what really drags him down is his defensive category. That's what drags him down to like a 62 overall, even though it's high 60s. This guy is on the verge of getting better, all right? 2 years, and he's got like 80s everywhere. 2 or 3 years, yeah. So he's not ready to go just yet, right? But I think because he's come from the Elite League, he can play in the AHL right away. So we'll put him on the first line in the AHL. All right, no problem there. I will check out that lead guy as well. Hang on 1 second. Kessler, all right, got to re-sign Ryan Kessler. 2 years is perfect. Yeah, 2 years is perfect. There you go at 5.45. Rich Peverly, I want back. Yeah. I want these depth players back. 1.9. There you go. And Manny Malhotra, yeah, we'll get Manny back. Manny's got to come back. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I can get him on a 2-way deal, so might as well. All right, so there you go. That's everyone signed. Let's quickly just check out Anaheim's draftee right here. Gleed, ooh, should have gone after Joey Gleed if I was going after that pick, right? 78 overall, 20 years old. This guy, what was he, a 2-way forward? Yeah, 2-way forward. He's already fourth liner. Look at his defensive awareness, 93. This guy came into the league, and he's a defensive dynamo. Whatever, though. Joey Gleed, pretty good player there, picked up by Anaheim. But still, I'm happy with Renas, all right? I'm happy with Renas. So, yeah, let's simulate up a day here. Yeah, we're going to end it at the free agency. Let me just get to... I think we'll get everyone signed in one day here. It's not going to be hard. We have plenty of salary cap available to get everyone re-signed here. I thought Clint Windsor was going to want a lot more, but we saved like a good $4 million with him. Yeah, that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. And we still have $4.5 million. So we won't be able to sign any studs with that. But then again, yeah, that's everyone signed, okay? And goalies, yeah, that's everyone signed. So I thought we'd have a little bit more cap problems with Clint Windsor, but we saved a lot of money there, right there. But when it comes to free agency, if I need to free up some money, Gerby can be traded at 6.7, Kessler 5.4, Hamuse 4.8, McCallick 4.7, Booth 3.8, okay, and that's about it, yeah. So we have plenty of players that we could trade away, okay? Didn't trade them away at the draft there just because I couldn't, but now we can. So let's go to free agency, and I will just show you guys who's available in free agency, and we'll end it right there, okay? I don't know who I'm going to trade these players away for just yet. Also, if we trade them after re-signing them, that's going to hurt my GM reputation. I might not be able to trade again or sign players again if I do it too much for an extended period of time. So it may be smart to actually have one more year with Kessler and Hamhuis and then trade them just because they're on their new deal, and I'll be able to move them at the next year's draft for sure. But then again, do we want to go through another season with a first-round exit, right? So we got some questions to be answered here. If we're going to play our young guns, then we're not going to be a playoff team, right? That's the thing. If we're going to play Hamhuis and Kessler, I mean, yeah, we got bad memories here, but at least we're going to be a playoff team with those players, probably, right? So we have a tough decision to make. There's no super studs available in free agency. David Backes would be the best one. There's a 4-star player there, Corey Conacher, not a bad little playmaker, okay? So there is some depth in the in free agency. Yeah, there's some goaltender depth as well, right? Okay, so nothing too spectacular. But the way it looks right now, just say we're starting the season right now with the players that we have. This way you guys can see who we can move off the team and who can replace them and who we can do with the trade as well, okay? So Clint Windsor, Cousineau, starter, backup. We're using Clint Windsor. We're on a great deal with him, 1.6. I want to try and make him a better goalie, so it's really a steal, okay? Defenseman, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's our top 6 defensemen right now. Edler, Hamhuis, Tanev, McCalloch, Falk, and Fistrick. We want to move somebody off. Who's going to replace them? All of our prospects, they're still 74, 69, 63, right? We bring in one of those defensemen, we're not a playoff team, okay? So that's what you guys have to make up your minds with. If we're going to trade these players away, play our young guns, then we're not a playoff team this year. Are you guys okay with that? And when it comes to the forwards, we got the Sedin twins and Drouin. All right, Kessler, Gerby, and Mackey save for the top 6. Just saying right now, right, just by the overalls. Booth, Cassian, and Bennett as the 3rd line, and then Weiss, Peverly, and LaRose as the 4th line. We got Hansen, Reinhart, Malhotra, Jensen, Tarkey, who could maybe make the team as well, and all those free agents and possible trades, okay? So we got major decisions to make here. What do we want to do? Do we want to bite the bullet, play our young guns, not make the playoffs, try to make the playoffs, and if we don't have a good year, then trade away Kessler and Hamhuis at the end of this year? We'll still be able to move them, all right? They're not too old. They're going to retire. Don't worry about that, and we sign them to good deals. We'll be able to move them. Don't worry about that, all right? So, yeah, you guys got to point me in the right direction here. What do we got to do with the Vancouver Canucks? Because we have some young guns coming up, and we have some decisions to make, all right? So I will see you guys in the next video.